very difficult for us to choose among the available good
Hello,
hotels.
am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Yes. Right. Okay, so before we proceed on, do you have any doubts, anything that you want to ask?
Yesterday, there was one session, no, one part, outer space and deep sea.
Hmm. Hmm.
That today's is what very small topic I thought. Town or city, like
Yeah,
that.
big city or small town.
Uh, can shall we cover that?
Hmm. Big city, small town. First of all, you have to imagine places, right? So big city usually can imagine about
What is
all
it?
the tier one, tier two cities,
Huh.
and then for the small towns, imagine all the tier three, tier four cities, or maybe the rural areas as well,
Huh.
right? So you
Yes.
have to compare these two, and then you have to come up with the answers. Right. So you can just imagine these things and then you have to speak out, right? So tell me, first of all, what are the advantages and disadvantages of big cities and small towns? How can you compare them? There are several pointers you can talk about. So try to just start and then I'll tell you.
Uh, for big cities, all amenities are available. Mm, yes, many facilities and especially healthcare. It is super specialty things are available, and uh, if you want to spend your life in a lavish way, that those things means malls and other facilities are also available, and there but the drawbacks are, even if you stay in one apartment, you don't know about the neighbors, and usually all are busy. If whenever the person staying to next to your door, whenever you used to get up, he may leave in the morning only. So there is no that type of helping and talking to the neighbors. Usually, rarely happens. It rarely happens. Other things, advantages are lot. Means student can get, they need means children can take the higher education, staying at home only. No need to go to far cities many times. Such things are there. But in cities, there is lot of pollution also. Mm, many problems they have to face. Uh, but in case of small towns, when talking about small towns, there is a very good environment, clean and healthy atmosphere. We can see the clear sky at nights. Whenever my relatives visit, now they appreciate so much, because in cities, one layer of smoke will be there in skies. Here you can enjoy, but uh, and all almost all people in your lane or nearby places, or you will have respect towards one another. You will get to the work done sitting at your home only. Mm, because it is possible, easily possible. In my opinion, only medical facilities, educational facilities, for that we have to move to a long distance. Otherwise, in the place, life in small towns is very comfortable and tension free actually. We have experienced it in during corona period. Here the in first time when corona lockdown took place, at that time here we were safe and nothing was there. We were normal, only government has made the rule, so we were seated at our home. Otherwise, we are not feeling any danger like that. Mm,
What
that's all.
about the quality of the food? What about crime, pollution? How can you differentiate?
Pollution is, I told na, at towns, pollution is very less. Uh, but to some extent, cleanliness means sanitization facilities, and crimes compared to city, children are safe here also because when we read about the children getting attracted towards drugs and so many things, here it is far far less. Can say here those chances. But nowadays, because of internet, all are aware. Students play those games, dirty games, and they'll come to know all. And because of online studies during Corona, their exposure is very high uh, towards the online things. That has affected the life of school children, especially. We are experiencing it. They are.
Hmm.
We don't know, but they knew all the things about the lockdown and how to move it. Um, Sorry, I'm not well today actually. Okay.
What happened?
No, whole night some stomach pain and something was there
Oh my
yesterday
God.
night.
So you could have
Yes.
cancelled your session.
But I'm not getting the proper tutor, I was thinking. So I kept it as it is.
Ah,
It's okay. Hmm.
hmm.
Tell me.
Yeah, fine.
You can.
So what about the quality of the food that is available? The food, quality of the food, which is
Food
better?
is vegetables and those things are fresh here. But we cannot find uh, means where big hotels or restaurants. Such things are not available. One or two in a whole town. Hmm. But some guests from big city comes, no? Then it is very difficult for us to choose among the available good hotels,
Hmm.
restaurants, if we want to take them. But the local type of food is easily available and good quality also,
Hmm.
fresh and
Hmm.
and,
Yes. When we talk about the restaurants, eating joints, of course, in the bigger cities, we have more of the restaurants and eating joints. We have multiple options to choose,
options.
multiple alternatives to choose. And with this entire, you can say, MNC culture, the IT culture, people coming from different places and all, residing in one big city. Mostly the tier one cities, especially Mumbai, Bangalore, Pune, and all of that. So we can see that now there are multiple cuisines that are also available. Multi
Hmm.
cuisine stores have also
Cuisines.
opened
Yes.
up. There are different international cuisines also available. Right. So
Yes.
Italian, then we have some sort of Chinese, Indo-Chinese, and Japanese, Korean, all sorts of food are available these days. Right.
Yeah.
So this
Here
is one
we
benefit.
don't even know about the names also.
Mm-hmm. That's what.
Options.
Cuisines. Yes,
And,
yes, yes. That's a culture, People,
mm,
as
mm,
people see it on social media, hear it
mm,
from people, right?
mm,
Continental dishes,
mm,
Japanese
mm,
dishes.
mm, mm. Many things.
This is how I think. Hello. Yes.
Hmm. Your video is
Right.
stuck.
Right.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay.
Yes. Laws. Okay. Fine. So this is what is available in the big cities, but at the
Hmm.
same time, if we look about. the fruits and vegetables, the quality of the fruits and vegetables, the raw fruits and vegetables that are available, of course, that has degraded. And in these smaller cities, especially in the rural areas, smaller towns, there are certain people who are growing the food in their own lands,
Yeah.
right?
Fresh vegetable.
Yes, fresh organic produce. They are getting the fresh organic produce. And here in these cities, in the big cities, we can say that the people often get these, you can say, fruits and vegetables, which has a lot of chemicals, fertilizers, a lot of synthetic colors added, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's fully
True.
loaded with all those things, right? So that somehow
True.
is a slow poison for us, but we can't
Mm,
help it.
mm,
We
mm,
have to consume it somehow,
mm.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what. This is one of the major benefit I feel, because food is everything, right? We don't realize it,
Yeah.
but food is everything. We can, I mean, we may earn a lot of money, we may earn a great deal of money, but in the long run, if we do not eat good food, that is probably going to affect us, right? So, and
Affecting in a long term.
eating
Yes.
patterns and all, everything affects us the way
Yeah.
that we,
Mm, mm.
maybe contract to diseases or something. So, if you had a choice to change something about the small city and to change something about the I mean, small towns or this big cities, so what would you change?
Basically, healthy lifestyle is here, no? Like in towns. I did not get, I think, your questions.
Okay, so basically, we were talking about the pros and cons of the big cities and the small towns, right? So, what would you like to
Mm.
change about the small towns? And what would you like to change about the big cities? Is there anything that you would like to change among these places?
In small terms, uh, I will I will prefer, or I will go for good medical facilities. We can bring good medical facilities. We have to attract super specialized doctors to get settled down and give service. A lot of scope is there in town. Like that, we can convince. And main area which we can change in small town, it needed is that is medical facilities. And the rest, oh, it is optional about eating joints and all those things. But basically, the thing is that medical facilities should be there. And compared to speaking about cities, in cities we have to take care of pollution, air pollution, and those things are very much important. We can make aware the people of one apartment to share the vehicles so that they can avoid minimize the air pollution because of that vehicle, using many vehicles. That one is there. In case of cities, there is no much chance. What I feel, only the in my, I'm finding only about that pollution thing we have to avoid. Here in town, medical facility, awareness among the
Education.
cleanliness, awareness about the cleanliness and proper sanitization. All those things are needed.
Education facilities as well.
Yes, education is very important. Different, at least in a particular district, there should be all means uh, engineering, medical, pharmacy, like that. Different sections, options should be available to them, so that instead of moving to city, our children will stay here only. And if we provide good quality infrastructure, and trainers also. Then they will stay. Student, our children will stay in town only and get the good education. Education, sanitization, cleanliness, and one more thing, medical
Hospital,
facility.
healthcare.
Medical. Huh. These all things are we can make in these areas. We can make uh, good change
Mm.
in town,
Right.
in
All
towns.
the government schools in the smaller towns or the rural areas actually they should be developed.
Hmm.
Their quality should be improved. The quality of the education that they provide, the infrastructure that they have, that should be improved. Government should look upon the fact, right? So every year it
Yes,
is releasing the funds for these schools, the the healthcare as well as the education, but it does nothing to look into the implementation. So there should be some sort
problem
of
is
supervision.
problem lies there only.
Mm.
Sanctions, a lot of sanctioned amount will be there, but implementation, we are away from implementation, proper implementation. The person who studies everything properly, he will definitely move ahead and achieve the things.
Right. So that is what there should be some sort of a supervision to analyze the implementation, whether it is being implemented properly or not. Right. So it's
Yes.
important. Like in the other countries, if we compare to the other countries, especially the ones who are called the developed countries like USA, Canada, and UK and all. So they have these public schools which are completely free of cost for the
Hmm.
citizens. Right. So their quality of education is so good that the parents do not, do not,
Think of a private things.
yeah, they do not even think of private and they do not get their children admitted into a private school. Rather, I had so many students. So they just said that, okay, they don't even try to get her admitted to, I mean, get their children admitted to a private school because the quality is a huge difference. The quality of education in the public school is better rather than the
Yeah.
private ones. Right, so
Yes.
it's like this is how it is. Public
Yes.
schools have a very good infrastructure and quality. So this is the kind of quality. At least if we, I mean, coming up to that level is still a dream for us, but at least we should be somewhere near to them.
Yes.
Right.
True.
So yeah,
Hmm.
like Delhi. Delhi has certain new, amendments with respect to its government schools. The government schools have improved. I met one of the teacher of government school in Delhi, and I asked her
Hmm.
about the situation exactly. How is it actually the things that we are shown on the television? She said yes, improvement
Hmm.
has happened. Schools
Hmm.
have become better, teachers have improved, but
Hmm.
the thing is there are very less teachers as compared to the students that we have. So there is a
Hmm.
huge scarcity of the good quality teachers in these schools. So most of the time it happens that we as teachers have to teach the children, have to do the other mundane works like the computer works and everything. We have to do everything. So that is making us feel very congested and we are not able to focus much on the
Hmm.
education of our
Education.
children. Right.
Yes.
So,
For
see, again.
for teachers, na government teachers, they give duties to make
Mm,
census result, to prepare census result, to visit and find out vaccination. Number of duties they give. So it
mm,
becomes difficult for them to perform their own duties of school related to
mm,
children.
correct. When this entire election comes, right? So they are
Mm-hmm.
also allotted this duty of voting, something like handling the documents of the voters and all, applying for the renewal and all of that. So yes, apart from education, the teachers are allotted every sort of work. This is where the problem lies with our
Yes.
country.
Mm.
So yeah.
Mm.
Hmm. Okay, now yes, so we are done for this thing. We already were discussing about, I guess, urbanization and all, right? So we had a little discussion, I feel. Okay. Fine, I'll just go with some other questions with you.
Hmm.
Okay. I don't remember whether I've asked you this question or not. Ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. Do
Hmm.
you agree or disagree?
Uh,
Bliss means something that makes us happy. So, do you think being
yes,
ignorant can make us happy? Why or why not?
ignorance is a not good thing. One should learn what is expected or uh, read or go through. If you ignore it, means you are it is escapism, escaping from understanding or following the rules. Better to find out what is said in particular law or in particular um, document. Then only it is possible. Hmm?
Mhm. So, is it actually required to know each and everything in this world, like to be always knowledgeable?
No, not like that. But uh, finding excuses and telling that I don't know the thing or it is not a correct way. At least you should be aware about the particular thing which is expected at that time. Whether to go into detail needed or not, it is different thing. But at least understand and then keep yourself away.
Away in
If
the
not,
sense?
uh, if you are not interested in going through the details, stop going into the details. But I don't agree with it. Will be a bliss.
Okay.
How will
So
it?
I can, yes, I
Uh,
can point out two things about it, right? So it's very
uh,
simple, like ignorance. Sometimes we can be ignorant of certain facts. Like, for example, there is only one example that I can relate to. These days, these news channels especially have
mm,
a lot of
mm,
tragedies, negative
yes.
news,
Mm,
right? All
mm,
the things which are happening bad around the world, they keep on showing that. Right, so seeing them, it might disturb our inner peace. Like the other day, actually, I was browsing through the social media and I just saw this entire, devastation of the Israel-Hamas war. So
Hamas.
Israel actually, bombed this place called Gaza. Right.
Gaza, yes. Lot of
Yes.
tragedies.
There were a
Mm,
lot of tragedies, especially the children. If
mm,
you could look at the innocent faces of the children, I mean, that entire day, I kept on thinking about it. Those faces kept
mm,
on
mm,
coming and running in my
mm.
mind.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I
Such
was
things are
ignorant
rare.
of when I was
In
ignorant of
such
it,
case, that your statement is correct.
just for this
Yeah.
only with this case, right? But yes, ignorance can being always ignorant can be dangerous.
Always ignorant is dangerous. Yes.
Right? Knowledge is power.
Mm,
Right? So we
mm,
should know about things. People
mm,
usually, try to put down, or you can say people try to take the undue advantage of the ignorant people. Right?
Ah,
So this
yes.
is the thing.
At least they
So
should
it may
know.
not always.
Hmm. We are being becoming prey to their trick or that. That should be at least one should be aware of that. Otherwise,
Hmm. Hmm. Like in the same manner in which we avoid the news of the all the things happenings around the world. In the same manner, if you are during the pandemic, if you could imagine all the
yes, I was.
information we used to
Uh,
receive.
I was about to come there only. Pandemic, na. No, only see the news for 5 minutes. No need to go continuously watching the news. Correct, na? It was so much of it, creating a disturbance in our mind.
Mhm. It was creating a disturbance as well as it was also giving us some of the other information as well. So,
Hmm.
sometimes when it's too much of the, bloodshed and all of that showing up, we can avoid. We can just.
And we cannot sleep, have a sound sleep at night if you see such scenes, na.
Hmm,
Horror and these things.
hmm.
Those scenes will
Keeps
come
us
to our
haunting.
mind. Hmm?
It haunts us. It keeps
Yes.
on haunting us.
Hmm. Hmm.
Right. So this is something, but yes, we also get a lot of useful information from the channels as well sometimes, right? How to take precautions, how to be more alert to these things. So we get a lot of knowledge as well. So it
Hmm.
is actually both ways.
Both way. Hmm.
Hmm.
Correct.
Right.
It is in our hands how to take it. Hmm. Means
Hmm.
to which extent to take the knowledge.
Hmm. Hmm. Correct. Correct. That is what I mean, and what to what extent we are actually trying to implement it
Hmm.
in our life and to try to
Hmm.
take it in our life is
Hmm.
very
Hmm.
important,
Hmm.
right?
Correct. Correct. Hmm.
Yes, okay then. Yes, I guess we are nearing almost to the end of the session, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
Hmm.
tell me if you have anything, any questions that you want to ask.
I don't think so. Today it was. I am in low mood.
Mm.
Today it's so